My name is Lunt. I worked for Wirral Council since 1974. Well, I was over all the workforce of Wirral Council, the gardeners, if you like, and that's probably where the tie-in comes from into Birkenhead Park. So all the people who worked in Birkenhead Park were under my direction. Foremen and things like that in between, but I was responsible for them all. During my time, we've actually, the lakes silted up and they had to be desilted, if you like. And most of the material we took out of the lakes was actually placed in one of the lower parts, the sunken gardens. So we didn't have to take it off site because there's rules and regulations about taking silt off site. So we actually levelled it out into some of the lower areas, but at least the lakes were drained and desilted. And also in the last number of years when I worked for Wirral Council, we had grant aid, which was a huge boost to Birkenhead Park, where all the railings were replaced for new railings. So what you see there these days is the new railings. And also that part of the lottery money was used to try and get the park back into its original format, which is the type of planting, where the planting was. So there was a great deal of felling of trees and clearing of areas and replanting and restocking areas to try and bring it back into its original design. Many moons ago, the workforce was very militant within Birkenhead Park, and that caused us a great deal of problems. In 1984, we actually went through a thing which was called competitive tendering, which meant that the workforce was only taken on after that on a short-term lease basis sort of thing. So if the term was 5 years, they had a job for 5 years, then we had to re-tender, and the cheapest price picked the work up. So we actually sorted out the staffing within Birkenhead Park because it was very, very militant, and they were transferred out, and the park was then maintained with outside sort of mobile units, which stopped any major problems within Birkenhead Park. But for a lot of years, it was very, very militant within Birkenhead Park.